women have been getting married, getting separated, and getting divorced for thousands of years in a myriad of ways. But in early Victorian England, there was an interesting practice called wife selling. It popped up in the early 1300s where a man deeded his wife to another man, popped up a little bit later in the 1600s, and then went full steam between 1780 and 1850 with 300 different cases. The Marriage Act of 1753 kind of kicked it into high gear. So what would happen is women would, they were basically seen as owned by men. They were like property. So if both parties would like to end the marriage, what they would do is they would agree on that. So the woman had to agree on that. They would announce the sale. So a town crier would go out, or they would have an advertisement up, and then the next day she would be brought with a harness on to the town square, and there would be bidding and auctioning, and then whoever won the bid or auction she would go home with them. Oftentimes her children were involved, and a lot of times the sales were prearranged. So it was more for show, and it was more of a public statement so that everybody knew who she was married to at the time. The cost of the actual marriage and the wife it varied. It could vary from a pint of beer to a high number at the time. It didn't really matter. What mattered is that it was public and that she was changing hands essentially, and that her family was changing hands. It grew out of favor towards the late 1800s as the upper class decided that they wanted to take it up as a cause to extinguish. And the last recorded wife selling purchase or sale happened in 1913. After that, we haven't seen it since. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments below.